Okay, so I want to give you a brief overview of major problems in American history. So I'm going to go to Canvas. Here's our class. And you'll notice here's major problems in American history. You click on that and you should have immediate access. It should take you there. You have graded materials within here. So you're going to want to enter. You have a lot of work to do. You have work to do here every week, including the first week, due on Friday of the first week. And so here's what it looks like. It has a toolbox and tutorials. You have some assignments in there. It has units. Within the units are chapters going through United States history from Reconstruction all the way to the 21st century. And if you click on this calendar icon, it'll tell you when things are due. So if you click here, you have week 1, May 24th to May 29th, and you have 3 activities. So if you click down on that, you have due by Friday. It has the date, so notice it has the date over here. You have 3 assignments due by Friday. Now these do not show up in Canvas on the right side, where you have other assignments. So if you go back to our Canvas page, you'll have assignments listed here on coming up. They're not listed there necessarily. I might type them in there, but you need to go to Cengage. I would go to here daily to see what's due, what's coming up. And you'll notice, so in week 1, it's due on Friday. Every other week, material is going to be due on the Tuesday of that week. And so that's early, right? That's the beginning of the week. So if you'll notice here, week 2, the material is due on Tuesday the 31st. So it's not due at the end of the week. Like the other assignments will be due at the end of the week. They're due, the major problems assignments are due at the beginning of the week. This is the reading and the work you're going to be forced to do. And it's significant. It's a lot. Now, week 1, the quizzes you need to go through, to get your best score this way. For the other assignments, one thing to notice, when you're in here, there's an X over here on the far right, upper right. There's an X. That's how you go back. Notice how it won't let me go back over here. So you exit out, and that's how you go back. But in week 2, it says 64 activities. And you'll notice these two are connected. Okay, this is document 1, and then this is a question for document 1. Okay, so this is a primary source, and then this is a question about that primary source. We have to click check your understanding. If you click here, it takes you to the end of the primary source and the question. Okay, so you can check your understanding down here. And so here's the question that is accessing. It's a click fest, and I'm sorry it's a click fest. Like, are you sure you want to start? Are you sure you want to start? So it asks the question then, asking you about what this person is arguing in it. Okay, and you can just go scroll up to see the document, and you can put in an answer, and you can notice this: check my work. For these quiz questions, you can check your work to see if you're right or not. Incorrect. There we go. I'm going to check my work now. Now you're going to need to use these documents in many other assignments, so you're going to need to know them. You're going to need to have a basic understanding of what's in them. But for these quiz questions, you should get 100% because it gives you unlimited number of chances. Okay, so I've got it correct. Submit my assignment for grading. Are you sure you want to submit it? It's annoying, it's a click fest, but there you go. And so I just got 1 point there. Okay, so that's how the grading works for these assignments. Now the first week you've got these history toolbox assignments. This is basically teaching you how to think historically, how to analyze things historically. Then we get into the chapters. The chapters, each chapter is a historical theme and historical time period. It has a chapter introduction, which you can read to get a kind of overview. I'll be going through some of those. Then it has primary sources. Primary sources are sources from the time period that we analyze to consider the time period. And these have activities, which means it's counted towards your grade. So there's primary sources. there's an introduction, and then there's this thing called essays. Essays also have assignments. Essays are secondary sources. So essays are secondary sources written after the fact, using primary sources to make a claim about the past. And so typically these essays have kind of conflicting views on the time period. So that's what Major Problems looks like. You have assignments due every week. This week, the first week it's Friday, and then every other week it's Tuesday is the due date. Do not put this off. I will not be giving extensions on this material. I want to make this very clear. I will not be giving extensions for this material. You need to keep up. This is one of the ways I force you to keep up in this class. And you can think about this as your kind of gigantic textbook for this class. All right.